Hey Aries, grab your coffee, because what I am about to share with you today is something that has been unfolding in the energy for weeks now, and honestly when I pulled these cards, I had to sit with them for a moment, because the message is so clear and so powerful. This is about someone who doubted you, someone who second-guessed your worth, your value, your intentions, and now they are sitting in the aftermath of that decision realizing just how wrong they were. So I shuffled the deck asking Spirit to show me what is happening with this person who questioned you, who maybe walked away or pulled back or made you feel like you were not enough. And Aries, the energy that came through is absolutely telling a story of regret, of realization, of someone who is now seeing the full picture and hating themselves for not trusting what was right in front of them. Let me pull the first card here and see what we are working with as the foundation of this entire situation. The card that came out is the Four of Wands, and right away I am getting celebration energy, stability, a solid foundation that was either being built or was already there. This card is telling me that what you two had or what you were offering was not some casual fleeting thing. This was real partnership energy, real commitment vibes, something that had the potential to be a genuine home base for both of you. The Four of Wands talks about reaching a milestone, about two people coming together and creating something beautiful and stable. Now here is what is interesting about this card showing up in this position. This person looked at all of this potential, all of this beautiful energy you were bringing to the table, and they got scared, or they got confused, or they listened to outside voices, and they second-guessed. They second-guessed you. They looked at this solid foundation you were offering, and instead of recognizing it for what it was, they started questioning whether it was real, whether you were genuine, whether they deserved it. The Four of Wands is showing me that the foundation was absolutely there. The potential was absolutely real, and their doubt had nothing to do with what you were offering and everything to do with their own inability to recognize a good thing when it was right in front of them. I am also getting that some of you Aries, this person may have compared you to someone from their past, or they had certain expectations about how love should look, and when you showed up being authentically yourself with your own unique energy, they could not compute it. They expected one thing and you were something different, and instead of appreciating that difference, they questioned it. But the Four of Wands is telling me that what you brought was exactly what creates lasting happiness and stability, even if they could not see it at the time. Moving into the next card to see what was going on in their mind during the time they were doubting you, and I pulled the Two of Cups, and this is fascinating because the Two of Cups is the partnership card, the mutual attraction and connection card, the card that says two people are absolutely meant to find each other and create something meaningful together. So even while they were doubting you on a surface level, even while they were pulling back or questioning things, deep down in their soul they felt the connection. They felt the pull. They felt that this was something real and special. Two of Cups is showing me that their heart and their soul were telling them one story, but their mind and their fears were telling them another story, and they chose to listen to the wrong voice. They felt the depth of feeling between you two. They felt the magnetic pull. They felt that rare kind of connection that does not come around every day, but instead of trusting that feeling, they let BT creep in. Maybe they thought it was too good to be true. Maybe they thought you were too good for them. Maybe they had been hurt before and they protected themselves by questioning your intentions. Whatever the reason, the Two of Cups is showing me that the connection was absolutely real and felt by both parties, even if one person was not ready to honor it. I am also picking up that this person may have projected their own issues onto you. Like if they had trust issues from a past relationship, they might have looked for reasons not to trust you even when you gave them no reason. If they had self-worth issues, they might have convinced themselves you had ulterior motives, because why else would someone like you be interested in them? The Two of Cups shows me the connection was pure and genuine from your side, Aries, but they could not receive it properly because of their own internal blocks. Now let me pull the next card to see what happened after they made the decision to doubt you or pull away, and I got the Queen of Swords, and oh, this is so telling. The Queen of Swords represents clarity, truth, seeing through illusions, cutting through nonsense, and getting to the heart of reality. This card is showing me that after this person created distance or expressed their doubts, you stepped into your power. You did not chase, you did not beg, You did not try to convince them of your worth. You stood in your truth with the clarity and dignity that the Queen of Swords represents. The Queen of Swords is an energy that says, I know my value. I know my truth and I do not need anyone else to validate that for me. This is telling me that you responded to their doubt not with emotional reactivity but with a clear-headed assessment of the situation and a decision to honor yourself first. You may have pulled back. You may have put up boundaries. You may have simply stopped investing energy into someone who was not ready to receive what you were offering, and that response absolutely shook them. They expected you to fight for them or chase them or try to prove yourself, but instead you embodied the Queen of Swords energy, and that gave them a reality check they were not prepared for. I'm also getting that your Queen of Swords energy made them realize you are not someone who plays games or tolerates being questioned unfairly. You have a standard for how you expect to be treated, and when they fell below that standard you were not afraid to walk away or create space, and that level of self-respect and boundaries is something they are now deeply regretting not honoring from the beginning. The Queen of Swords is showing me you gave them a clear message through your actions that if they cannot see your value, that is their loss, not yours. Pulling the next card to see what realization is hitting them now, and I drew Justice and Aries. This card could not be more perfect for this reading. Justice is about cause and effect, karma, truth coming to light, people getting exactly what they put out into the world. This person is now in the justice phase where they are seeing with absolute clarity that they made a mistake. The scales are balancing, and they are being confronted with the truth of what they lost when they doubted you. Justice is showing me that whatever story they told themselves to justify their doubt, whatever narrative they created to make themselves feel better about pulling back, all of that is crumbling now. They are seeing the situation for what it really was. They are seeing you for who you really are. They are understanding that their doubt was not based on anything you did wrong but on their own fears and insecurities, and that realization is hitting them like a ton of bricks. Justice always brings truth to light, and in this case the truth is that they fumbled something real because they could not get out of their own way. I am also getting that justice is bringing them information or perspective they did not have before. Maybe they are seeing how you have moved forward without them. Maybe they are hearing from mutual friends or seeing on social media that you are thriving. Maybe someone else is showing interest in you and they are realizing what they gave up. Whatever the catalyst, justice is ensuring they cannot escape the truth of their mistake. This card is also telling me that the universe is making sure they feel the full weight of their choice to doubt you, because that is how growth happens. That is how people learn not to take genuine connection for granted. Let me pull another card to see how this realization is affecting them emotionally, and I pulled Four of Swords, and this card represents rest, recovery, contemplation, someone who is forced to pause and sit with their thoughts. The Four of Swords is showing me that this person has been in a period of deep reflection, and it has not been comfortable. They are lying awake at night replaying conversations and moments. They are going over everything that happened, trying to understand where they went wrong. They are in a state of mental exhaustion because the truth of their mistake is consuming their thoughts. The Four of Swords often appears when someone needs to retreat and process something major, and in this case what they are processing is the full magnitude of what they lost when they doubted you. This is not a quick fleeting regret, Aries. This is a deep soul-level reckoning where they are forced to confront their own behavior and the consequences of that behavior. The Four of Swords is showing me they are in a contemplative state where they cannot escape their own thoughts about you and about what could have been if they had just trusted their initial instincts instead of questioning everything. I am also picking up that the Four of Swords represents a kind of self-imposed isolation. Like this person may have pulled back from other areas of their life because they are so consumed with thoughts about you and regret about their choices. They are not out there living their best life. They are in their head constantly replaying the situation and wishing they could go back and do things differently. The Four of Swords is telling me they are in a period of recovery from their own mistake, and it is taking a toll on them mentally and emotionally. Now let me see what they understand now that they did not understand before, and I pulled the Hierophant, and this is incredibly significant. The Hierophant represents tradition, commitment, sacred bonds, doing things the right way, honoring what is valuable and meaningful. This card is showing me that this person now understands you were not playing games with them. You were not offering them something casual or temporary. You were coming from a place of genuine intention, real values, authentic desire for something meaningful and lasting. The Hierophant is telling me they now see that what you were offering was exactly what they claimed they wanted. If they said they wanted commitment, you were ready to give that. If they said they wanted loyalty, you demonstrated that. If they said they wanted someone real and authentic, that is exactly what you were. The Hierophant energy is about recognizing and honoring sacred connections, and they are now understanding that they failed to honor what was sacred about what you offered them. They treated something precious like it was questionable, and now they are seeing that was a massive error in judgment. I am also getting that the Hierophant represents their realization that you have strong values and principles, and you do not compromise on those for anyone. They may have thought you would bend or change or prove yourself differently, but you stood firm in who you are and what you bring to the table, and that unwavering self-knowledge is something they now deeply respect and wish they had honored from the beginning. The Hierophant is showing me they understand now that you are the real deal, the genuine article, someone who operates from a place of integrity, and that is rare, and they know they let that slip through their fingers. Pulling another card to see what specific aspect of doubting you they regret most. And I drew Judgment and Aries. This is powerful. Judgment is about awakening, reckoning, resurrection, seeing the full truth, and being unable to unsee it. This card is telling me that this person is experiencing a complete shift in perspective about you and about the situation. They are having a full-blown awakening to the reality that they judged you unfairly. They assessed the situation incorrectly, and they made a choice based on fear rather than truth. Judgment is the card of being called to account, and they are being called to account for how they treated you, for the doubts they harbored, for the second-guessing they put you through. This is not a gentle realization. This is a stark wake-up call that is changing how they see everything. Judgment brings an end to denial and self-deception and forces people to look at the truth even when it is uncomfortable, and the truth they are being forced to look at is that they had something valuable with you and they destroyed it with their own doubt and insecurity. The Judgment card is also showing me that they cannot go back to their old way of thinking. Once this awakening happens, it changes a person. They cannot unknow what they now know about you and about themselves. They cannot unsee their mistake. This is a permanent shift in their consciousness where they will always know that they had a chance with someone real and authentic, and they messed it up by not trusting what was right in front of them. Judgment is telling me this is a defining moment for them that will shape how they approach connections in the future, because the lesson has been so profound and so painful. Let me pull a card to see what they are feeling toward you right now in this present moment, and I got the Moon, and this card is so interesting in this position because the Moon represents confusion, illusion, things not being clear, emotional turbulence, fear and anxiety. This person is in emotional chaos right now, Aries. They are confused about how to process their feelings. They are anxious about whether there is any way to repair what was broken. They are scared that they have lost you permanently. The Moon shows me they are in a state of emotional overwhelm where they do not know which way is up. The Moon is also telling me that they are haunted by you. They cannot escape thoughts of you. You appear in their dreams. You cross their mind constantly. They see reminders of you everywhere they look. The Moon represents the subconscious and unconscious mind, and you have taken up residence in those deep places within them where they cannot ignore you or push you away. This is not a casual passing thought situation. This is an obsessive consuming energy where you have become the thing they cannot stop thinking about no matter how hard they try. I am also picking up that the Moon shows they are dealing with fear. Specifically the fear that they have ruined things beyond repair. They are scared to reach out because they do not know how you will respond. They are scared you have moved on. They are scared you hate them. They are scared that even if they tried to make amends you would not be receptive. The Moon is showing me they are paralyzed by anxiety and uncertainty about the situation, and that is keeping them stuck in this uncomfortable place of regret without resolution. Now let me pull a card to see what action, if any, they might take in response to all these feelings and realizations, and I pulled Page of Pentacles. And this is interesting because the Page of Pentacles is about new beginnings. In the material world, practical steps, studying a situation carefully, being methodical and thoughtful about how to proceed. This card is telling me that this person is not rushing into anything. They are taking their time to figure out the right approach. They are being more careful and considerate than they were before because they do not want to make another mistake. The Page of Pentacles shows me they are in student mode, learning from what happened, trying to understand how to do better. They may be working on themselves, addressing the issues that caused them to doubt you in the first place. Trying to become someone worthy of a second chance even if they are not sure they will get one. The Page energy is humble and teachable, and this person is in a space where they recognize they have a lot to learn about trust and faith and honoring genuine connection. I am also getting that the Page of Pentacles indicates they may reach out eventually, but it will be done thoughtfully, not impulsively. They will not come back with empty words or grand gestures that have no substance behind them. If they reach out, it will be with something real to offer, something practical, something that shows they have done the work to understand what went wrong and how to do better. The Page of Pentacles is telling me they understand this is not something they can sweet-talk their way through. This requires real change and real demonstration of growth. For the final card, I want to see what the ultimate outcome of this situation will be, and I pulled the High Priestess and Aries. This is absolutely perfect to end on. The High Priestess is about mystery, intuition, hidden knowledge, trusting your inner voice, honoring what you know deep in your soul. This card is telling me that the ultimate outcome is in your hands. You have the inner knowing about what is right for you. You have the intuition to guide you toward the correct choice. You have the wisdom to decide whether this person deserves another chance or whether it is time to close that door permanently. The High Priestess is not giving a definitive answer about whether you two will reconnect, because that is not how she works. She is pointing you inward to your own knowing. She is telling you that you already have the answer within you about what to do with this person and this situation. You do not need anyone else to tell you what is right. You do not need to wait for more signs. You already know in your deepest self what your next move should be, and the High Priestess is encouraging you to trust that inner knowing above all else. I'm also getting that the High Priestess represents you maintaining your power and your mystery in this situation. You do not owe this person an explanation. You do not owe them immediate forgiveness. You do not have to make anything easy for them just because they finally realized what they lost. The High Priestess is showing me you should stay in your enigmatic energy. Let them wonder. Let them sit with their regret. Let them do the work to prove they have changed if that is something you even want from them. This card is all about you maintaining your sovereignty and not giving away your power just because someone finally woke up to your value. So Aries, let me bring all of this together for you. This reading is showing me a clear story of someone who had something real and beautiful with you, represented by the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups, but they let fear and doubt cloud their judgment. They questioned you. They pulled back. They did not honor the genuine connection that was right in front of them. You responded with the Queen of Swords energy, standing in your truth and not compromising your self-respect, which forced them into a justice moment where they had to confront the reality of their missed ache. Now they are in the Four of Swords phase, mentally exhausted from processing their regret, and they have had the Hierophant awakening where they see you were exactly what they claimed they wanted all along. The Judgment card shows this is a permanent shift in their consciousness. They will never unsee this truth about you and about what they lost. Currently they are in the Moon energy, emotionally turbulent, haunted by thoughts of you, scared they have lost you forever, but the Page of Pentacles suggests they may eventually reach out in a thoughtful, grounded way if they can get past their fear. The final message from the High Priestess is that you hold all the power here. Aries, you know in your soul what is right for you. If this person comes back, you get to decide whether they are worth your time and energy or whether this chapter is closed. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust that if they were meant to be in your life, they would not have doubted you in the first place, or they will have to do significant work to earn their way back. What I am seeing clearly is that this person is absolutely hating themselves for second-guessing you. They are realizing too late that what you offered was genuine and valuable and rare. They are sitting in the uncomfortable truth that they had something real, and they destroyed it with their own insecurity and fear. Whether that realization leads to any change or any attempt at reconciliation remains to be seen, but what is crystal clear is that the regret is real. The awakening is happening, and you Aries are the one who gets to decide what if anything comes next. If you felt this reading resonate with your situation, drop a comment and let me know what you are experiencing with this person. The energy around this is so strong right now for so many of you, and I think a lot of Aries are in this exact position where someone is finally realizing what they lost. Trust yourself and know your worth.